Testing, testing. Finally, after 100 takes, damn. Wowza. Hi guys. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are great, drinking enough water, and most importantly, minding your own businesses, baby. Thank you. I don't know how many takes I took to actually get to this point, but I think we're good. If nibona izinto that shouldn't be in the video, please mind. If anything, guys, noba ihoho or please. I don't use this angle, but that's not the point. As you can see, this is why we're here. Okay, pretty chill. So, today I come back with another story time because I've got a whole lot of stories to tell about my life and we ain't started yet. You say not that I really have to, but I feel like YouTube is also like therapy, guys, because some of us can't afford a psychiatrist. So we just put things out there and then hoping Abantu can relate and right. So yeah, let me not waste any time. The time I was like 20 to 6, and let me just not digress. Let me get into it. And today's one, it actually took so much of me to share because it's one of the sensitive things that any woman can go through, right? And yeah, so it was a time, I think it was back in 2012, right? And forgive me, most of the content or story times that are really even worth sharing, it's either umjolo or failed friendships. That's it. Either or. It cannot, like, it's either that because wow, abantu bayasibonisa flames out there. So yeah, let me not digress, right? Let me get onto it. So this one, I was actually seeing this guy. Hey, ngicela ningahlanganisi leni video namanye ama-video ukuthi which guy kuzosihlanganela khona phambili. So I was seeing this guy, right? I think at the time, the year was 2012, okay? And I was fairly young. 2012, how old was I? I was fairly young. I was still, getting into the game because I got out of a long-term relationship. So, which I found out Uguti Nayo was a scam. If you are wondering, please go to one of my storytime videos and yeah. So yes, it was 2012 and then I was seeing this guy, right? We're good, we're chilled. So I met this guy through a cousin of mine, right? So we would go to this area, just go and visit some friends, mostly like weekends. It used to be like weekends or Sunday chills or something like that. Another thing is I used to party in Cape Town. So I used to party quite a lot because when I moved to Joburg, I was like, I'm good. So now when I'm here, I'm like, I'm good, thanks. So I used to party when I lived in Cape Town, like so much that some of the times, like I think back, I'm like, man, I wasted so much time, but not really wasted so much time. I could have done, these cards, Lord. I could have done so much, but I mean, life is all about learning. So I met this guy through my cousin, as I said. So, we're good, we're chilled. And he told me that he had gotten off a relationship with a baby mama, right? And the child was like, I don't know, a few years old or something like that. Okay, whatever. I didn't care. So I dated this guy, we good. And then apparently he went back to the baby mama. Rumors started happening, and I had to ask him, and then he told me, yeah, like, you know what, yeah, he thinks Guti and G. I'm like, well, no, he didn't break it off. I broke it off. I'm like, well, you know what, if that is the case and you're hiding it from me, then I think it's better we just, cool things off, right? Cool. He didn't like it, but he had to accept it. He didn't like it. I don't know. So, yeah, we stopped dating. So a few months later, I think it was 6 or 7 months later, I'm not sure, we go back to the same hood, right? If to just provide you guys with what kind of place it is, it's if you know Cape Town and indawo zakhona ezinamatyotyombhe, right? Then that is the picture. Yeah, so it used to be like so good, and I think we liked it because when we get there and then we had the unknown girls and stuff like that, it was just really, and we enjoyed the attention then and. So this one time, we get invited to a party. So my cousin tells me like, no, come on, let's go. I'm like, okay, cool, but I think it's gonna be awkward seeing so and so after like the whole thing, but I should be good, right? Right. Huh? Hmm. Was I good? No. That's the story. So we go to the hood, we chilled and everything, and I think it was a Sunday. And that's one of the reasons I don't drink Sundays. Like I don't go to Chisanyamas Sundays or like on Sundays because of such things. Because that affected my Monday. What happens on Sunday usually affected my Sunday. So I stay away from Sundays as much as I can because wow, I'm not about that life. So anyway, we go to the party, it's nice, it's lit, it's popping, right? The guy gets there, right? And then he's like, hi, sharp, sharp. Okay. Later on, he's like, no, can we talk outside? Like, what now? Okay. Talk to him. Me being the nice person that I am, I'm like, let me hear him out. I talk to him outside. Let me stretch. Guys, I'm like I always slouch. I shouldn't. So anyway, I talk to him outside, and then he sort of like forces me in a corner, right? But I didn't see it then. And then he's like, yeah, so I mean, I think we should fix things, things are not going well with so and so. And I'm like, I don't care, right? So because people knew that we were dating, so they didn't really see much into whatever that was about to happen or whatever that was happening. So he actually started like pushing me. I was like, okay, cool, but I don't even think we have anything to talk about, right? So let's not even waste each other's time, right? And I'm like getting all nice and tipsy, but then we're just next to the door, but it was sort of like a corner, people are going in and out and stuff. So you can tell when a person is actually not wanting you to move anyway because he was just here, and I'm like, okay, I wanted to go. I was like, I'm so done. So I started sort of like pushing him, and in the process, I sort of like scratched him, right? I don't know where I scratched him, but apparently he started seeing blood, and then that's where all hell broke loose. Wow. And from there, he actually, these things that you see in the movies, they're like, what? Oh no, so was like, what? A woman scratching me or beating me and I end up bleeding. What? You are so going to regret this. Did I not regret it? But at least I'm living, I leave the story to leaving the story to tell another day, tell the story another where to, and here I'm telling the story now. I think it's at all. But anyway, so I actually, we start sort of like quarreling and pushing each other back and back and back. And then now I think we stood there for like hours, man. So it was like sort of like around midnight now. And I'm thinking, guys, the party is happening inside and I'm out here busy ndixabana nomntu endingajonojola naye anymore. What is this? Right? Okay, so he started dragging me. Dragging me, I mean dragging me by my clothes, my hair. He was beating me up. Wow. I never thought I'd feel the same. Like, if it's been so long, but I mean, that was one of the scariest nights of my life. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was not gonna die. None of my friends came out to check on me because they thought, but that's a problem. So thought, why you thought? I thought I was gonna die. The guy dragged me, beat me, and I think the time was almost like 1 a.m. I don't know if the party died when or whatsoever. My head was just buzzing and I was like, why? Why would I leave my house for, not even a house, I was still renting a shack then. So I was like, why would I leave my place and come here to this? It was a cold, early morning Monday. Freezing. And second cute. In the shooting, there was this dress I used to believe in like so much. If I can find a snap, I'll put it on here. Nothing. Second cute. The guy is like dragging me, and then he dragged me to. I remember I have a few scars right on my face. I think it's somewhere here. I'm not sure which side. There's a scar here because when we were fighting, and those yards, and stuff. So one of the fence, the wire went in, and I had to quickly pull back because if I had gone like this, it probably would have gone like way down. And then I had a few on my thighs, but those just sort of like disappeared a bit. And then I had a deep one on just below my ankle, on my inner foot and stuff. He dragged me to where he lived, his house. So he was sharing a shack there that abezenzele mention mama room yakhe nayo room yakhe nesisters sakhe. It was just one big ass shack. Okay, so I get there, I'm screaming, I'm crying. The worst part is hearing his father say, tell that hoe to shut the fuck up. Aibu. I'm like, help. Tell that hoe to shut the fuck up. And then he locked me in his flat. Fortunately for me, he did not fondle or rape me or anything. Fortunately for me, he didn't. Nothing like that happened at all. So which I'm grateful for anyway. So while I'm still, screaming, he locked everything and whatsoever. And now you're trying to beg, you're trying to sort of like, okay, yeah, let's talk. You're trying to be nice. You're trying to find anything that you can say that can actually get you off the hook, right? I'm like, but fuck this. But then I'm like, I'm in a situation, but so I tried, So during the process, fortunately for me again, he fell asleep. And now the time, I think it was around 4 a.m, bruh. This was happening from around 12. And the time was, I think it was around 4 a.m. because it was starting to be like light outside and stuff. So he fell asleep somehow. And now the tricky part was that I think there were dogs also in the yard. The gates were locked. I'm like, yo, ndihleli psycho, is he gonna remember? Or when he wakes up, yeah, what's gonna happen? Yeah, I'm thinking Guti, he's gonna do something worse. Yeah, anyway, so I sneaked out. Torn dress and everything, bleeding, low eye. It was a lot. Now imagine on a Monday morning, you are in that state and you're supposed to be going to work and you're not even close to being to work. So fine, I rushed to my to our friend's place, right? I knocked there. Well, I got out somehow. I took the keys and the car and stuff, and I jumped over the gate and I ran. And that's when I actually started crying now again. I started crying, and so when I got to the friend's place, I'm knocking. Everyone is asleep because they were partying. Balele ubuthongo. So I get there, and then they're like, what happened? And I'm like, that's what happened. That's what happened. You guys left me. You left me. And you knew how I felt about this whole situation. Why would you leave me thinking, Uti, I'm sorting things out with so and so? And couldn't you read the body language and stuff? I was actually upset, right? And it actually pisses me off to this day. So he assaulted me so bad that I thought I would never date again. I thought I would never date again. I thought I was never gonna forgive him. A part of me didn't up to now. I haven't. A part of me did. Like it was a lot. It was a lot. I wasn't sure ukuthi ndithini, but I knew ukuthi andisafuna umbona anymore. I knew uba andisafuna umbona, but a part of me is like, he apologized, and it's a good thing ndingamboni. Yeah, but we don't live in the same area whatsoever, so the right, like, it's okay, whatever, fine. So I sort of like bump into him in town because you get on the same bus. I would bump into him in town like randomly and stuff, and then he would try like talking as I say, I'm solo, like, oh man, I'm sorry and whatever. Okay, cool. Time passes. And I told myself I'm never going back there again to that area. Never and because it was also like one of the most dangerous areas known to Cape Town. Iluzuko. If you know, it was one of the places. That's where I went to go store to Payan and I don't know what I was doing there. But I mean, that's what I was like. Anyway. So yeah, that was my first ever assault, being assaulted like crazy. And it wasn't, I never like, I don't think that feeling ever goes away, because like even now as I'm like trying to actually tell the story, to send the flashbacks and the feeling I call, it evokes some emotions, of anger and stuff. So I was like, no, I'm never gonna forgive him, blah 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 blah. Okay, I would see him now and again, but I was like staying far away from him. And I actually went to work that morning, but my manager at the time, my team leader at the time, actually saw that I wasn't fine and asked me to go and report. Go to the doctor and go and report. Did I report? Because they're like, man, fully Casey, admin. Uyabona. if I could have. But now I'm like, oh my gosh, he breadwinner, if this happened. Never again. I didn't report. And I was like, let me just stay away, right? Because ndizabe ndibuzwe amapolisa ukuthi alandise kanjani, but that's not the story, right? So I didn't report, and which was, so it was not a good thing from my side, but I wish I did. I wish I had. But a part of me also felt good and bad after hearing what I'm going to tell you next. So the guy, I think a few months later, I don't even think it was a year later. I think not 2 years later. I think it was a year later. Between those times, I don't care. I don't even know. So I think it was a year later. The same guy, he got assaulted. I don't know what he got beat up. I don't know what was happening. Why isn't this score? And it wasn't this score. So what they went on Dangasaki. Unfortunately for him, he didn't make it. Unfortunately for him, may his soul rest in peace. He didn't make it. He was stabbed, left in the cold to die. He wafaka plungu. Shame. Like wafaka plungu. And upon hearing ezo ndaba ezo, I was like, But then again, I'm like, shame, man, because I went to the one prayer session and stuff. I don't even know why I went. I don't even know. But then a part of me was like, no one messes with Ntombi Abathembu and gets away with it. But then another part of me was like, yeah, life, man. So anyway, yeah, that's the end of today's story time, to share my experience of the first time. Probably it was the first and last time I got ever experienced GBV in men's hand. English. But anyway, so unfortunately today's story time wasn't as fun. So, but yeah, I learned so much anyway. Don't talk to them again. But I never learned, do I? But anyway, yeah. But thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please like and leave me a comment. And if you're not subscribed, please do the right thing and subscribe to this channel for more content. Other than that, I'll see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much.